everybody, it's Jama Malmy and welcome to Tags, Bags, Boxes, and More, another creative design team collaboration where we're going to show you how to make some fun gift packaging for the Christmas season. So here are my projects today, and there's also going to be a little bonus project I'll show you at the end as well. We're going to start with this cute little motion tag. So this is the Seasons in Motion special, and these stamps look a little funny right here, but that's because when you put them behind that kind of slatted die, they look like they're moving. So these little 6x6 papers are part of the special as well. So just wanted to show you there's some seasons and fun designs that were really popular 12x12 designs that were shrunk down to 6x6. So I'm showing you how to cut that slatted die because it can be a little tricky. But what you have to do is run it through your die cut machine with some extra shims and multiple times, because those little slats, those skinny little strips, are so detailed. I've found that 2 cardstock shims help, and then also run it through 3 to 4 times. Now I've tried this on the Cuttlebug, which you see here, and also on my Platinum 6 die cutting machine. And both of them have worked the same way, where I need 2 cardstock shims and run it through 3 times. Now this craft cardstock, for some reason, it took an extra time to run through. So it depends a little bit on the paper you're using, but the craft took 4 times running through the die cut machine. But you did see after the 3rd time, I was able to line it up again and just run it through a 4th time. So if you don't get a perfect cut the first time, try again. Try adding a couple sheets of cardstock between your plates as well, and that has helped a lot. So I decided to cut it down to a square just around where those little slatted lines are to make a tag. The size that it comes at, it has those really cute scallops around the edge, and that will cut almost an A2 size card. It's a little smaller than an A2 size card. But I thought it would be fun to make a little tag that you could hang on a gift, or as I did, I put it around a wine bottle as a wine tag. So I cut it down so that I still had enough room around the edges, because you're going to see how this comes together with foam tape. Now first I'm deciding on my paper choices. I pulled out several patterns from that 6x6 pad. I tried the cardstock there and decided that I wanted to go with a little bit more neutral palette. So I pulled out this black shimmer cardstock. This is the black ore paper, which has a beautiful shine to it. And I liked how that looked with the craft cardstock, kind of that shimmer and rustic look. I thought it looked really cool. So I cut it down a little bit because I just wanted a little peeking through, and I'm going to mount all of this together. So that little tab that you see hanging out on the right, that is going to be the pull tab to make this motion work. And that is part of the die set as well. And so you'll see how this all comes together. It's really quite easy, and it's really fun to see how it all comes together. So now we're going to do the stamping to make the motion work. I'm lining up that little tag on the inside and putting little pencil marks so that I know where I need to keep my stamping centered in. And I'm going to pull out this little reindeer. This reindeer has been my favorite for the motion stamps. The motion is really fun. And I'm stamping that in desert sand ink. And in a later version, I ended up stamping it in espresso ink. I did everything the same, but stamped it in espresso because I thought it looked a little better with a darker reindeer. And so in the pictures, that is what you see. But right here is desert sand, which is a retired color, but it's just basically the same color as the craft cardstock. So you can see how the motion is starting to work. Now I'm lining up some snowflakes, which are also from the set. These are not motion, they're just plain snowflakes, but that you can still see them through that slat. They just don't move. And add a little bit of color and fill in that blank space. So now is where the construction comes into play. I am putting the skinny strip of foam tape around 3 sides of that little motion cardstock that I cut with the die. And the thin 3D foam tape from Close to My Heart works perfect for this. Our foam tape comes with a wider version and a skinnier version, and the skinnier one works perfect for around this tag. And so I'm going to line that up and then make sure that my little tag fits inside there. It was a little bit too big. You want to be able to have it snug but move freely. So I just trimmed a little bit off and it was easy peasy. So just make sure that as you're testing it out, you have enough room for it to move freely and pull in and out, but you don't want it to be too loose. So I just kind of adjusted it as needed, and now it looks super cute. So I am erasing those little pencil marks that I made, and then I'm going to adhere this onto the base. You're always going to need a base to put that die on so that this little tag can pull in and out from somewhere. Now the bundle comes with these cute little stamp sets that have little words like pull me is what I used, slide, ho ho ho, warm wishes, and little things that can fit on that tag. And so I did pull me, and I wanted to do it in a light color so that it was easy to see but didn't stand out too much. So I used that glacier ink again, and then the stamping here is done. So now I'm adding a small bow to the outside, and I think that this was the perfect touch for this tag. I really like how the bow finished everything off. First, I'm adding a little bit of shimmer splatter, and then I'm also going to add some white paint splatter to look like snow. I did just a teeny tiny bit on the inside because I didn't want to smear that dye ink that I stamped, and then a little bit of shimmer on the outside, and then I'm going to add some white paint. I watered it down just a tiny bit and then splattered it all around to look like snow, and I'm going to add even more later on because I decided I wanted lots and lots of snow. So here we are testing it out, and everything is working properly. It looks super cute, and so now I'm going to go ahead and decorate it. So here is that little bow that I used, and then I saw the little red ring right here that was sitting on my desk from making shaker tags and shaker cards. I had a whole bunch of them cut, and I thought, oh my gosh, that could be perfect around the reindeer. It's just a hair smaller than the circle opening of the die, but you can hardly tell. So what I did was I just moved it a tiny bit down, and the bow is going to cover where it doesn't show. You could totally get away with not having a bow, and you're hardly going to notice it doesn't cover exactly, but this worked perfectly, and I thought it added a nice little frame around that reindeer. So here's where I'm adding more snow. I decided I wanted it on top of the bow and that little frame ring and everything else as well. And here we go. It's around my wine bottle, and it looks so cute. I finished off the back with more stamps from that set that say Merry Everything. So now we're going to move on to project 2. I'm making this cute little bag, which was cut with a Cricut, and I will link the Cricut number below so you can find this bag if you would like. It's super easy to come together and is a perfect size for a gift card. So first thing is I go through and I very loosely fold on all of the score lines. The Cricut will score all of the lines that you need to fold for you. So I just do a very loose fold, and then I will go back through and fold with my bone folder, because some of the folds are going to go in and some of them are going to go out, and it's easier to tell when you've got everything kind of started. So this one here we want to fold in because that's the side of the bag, just like kind of a lunch sack. It's going to fold in on the inside, and then these little diagonal folds as well to help it fold on the side. So fold those with the bone folder, and then I will go through all of the little folds and do the same thing. This cut is from the Close to My Heart Artiste Cricut collection. So if you have that Cricut collection, then you have this bag. If you don't, it's also part of Access. So if you have an Access subscription, you'll have access to it. And if not, then you can purchase just the image on its own, or the Artiste collection, which is a really amazing collection, through my Cricut affiliate link that I will link below. So I like to use dry tape runner to adhere the bag together. That way I don't have to hold it in place. It's just dry right away rather than using liquid glue. So I'm putting this tape runner on all of those flaps, but I forgot to add it to that side flap first. So learn from my mistake. If you're using tape runner, do it on this side flap before you fold everything up. I ended up going back and doing it with liquid glue, but I had to hold it for a little bit and make sure it was dry before I went on with the rest of the bag and decorating it. It was no big deal, but I opened the bag and kind of put my hand in there and made sure everything was adhered down well before I closed up the bag and went on to the next step. So look how cute that is. Such a cute little petite bag, perfect for a gift card. So I had these little hook and loop dots, little Velcro dots in my stash, and I could have got away with one. I did two just to be safe, but in hindsight, seeing how well they held, I totally could have done one. But I put a couple on there, and then when I did the other side, I put the Velcro together on itself and then folded it closed so that I knew they would line up perfectly. And here is the little gift card that fits inside there perfectly. You could put some little paper shreds in there to decorate it up a little bit. And here is the finished product. Here is a look at that tag again, moving there, so cute. And then the finished little gift card bag that I decorated with another reindeer, which was a leftover Cricut cut from some other cards I made. And I decorated it with that same bow, but cut with glitter paper and a die cut piece on there as well. Now here is the bonus card that I made. Same process as that other movement card, but I snuck a gift card on the back there. So the only change I had to do is I did 2 layers of foam tape there because you have that extra height with the gift card on the back. And I did try it with just 1 layer of tape and it kept getting stuck. So you do need 2 layers of foam tape, but that worked pretty well. So here is a final look at the projects that I made today. I hope that you enjoyed and got some ideas of your own. Be sure to check out Erin's YouTube channel tomorrow to see what she's created for this collaboration. And I'll also link everybody's videos below so you can go back and watch everything from this week-long collaboration once it's over. Thanks so much for watching and have a wonderful day.